you guys. Welcome to a live Q&A. I'm just going to give everybody a second to jump on to see who wants to go hop on live with me, and then we're going to get started. And I just went live thinking I was live in this group. I went live in my Evolve Spiritual Mentorship Program group instead, which is why I'm late to my own party here. For everyone that thought I was going to be hopping on earlier because of the email that I had sent out, I apologize. It's really funky right now. They changed the back end of how to go live on Facebook, and it's, yeah. So anyways, I apologize for that. So if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag your comment replay. I'll still respond to your question. I didn't see any questions popping up on the Q&A thread, so I'm just going to double check that real quick while I wait to see if anybody wants to join me live, and then I'm just going to go move forward with, if there's no questions on the Q&A thread, I'm going to move forward with a little message that Spirit wanted to bring through today. Okay, so I see that I am now live in the correct group, so that's always a good thing. So a little housekeeping on Monday. If you're new to the group, on Mondays I drop a Q&A thread and also a new podcast episode. So take time to listen to the last few episodes or get caught up on all of them if you want to binge on those. The links are in the Facebook group. If you have any questions or comments, that you post them on Monday to the Q&A thread that goes out. You can also post them to the actual podcast post as well if you want to, but it's easier if you just do it all on one thread on the Q&A thread that comes out on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I'll be, live in here hosting a Q&A and answering your question. And even if you can't make it live, I will still answer your question, so you can catch the replay and I'll still answer it for you. So that's really good in case, your schedule's tight and you don't have the time. But I really encourage you to show up live if you want to be able to interact and get your questions answered live. And so the last few videos, if you scroll down on the feed, you'll see the last few videos piggybacked on episodes 20 and 21. And today what wants to come through is, at least what's been coming through for me. The last few episodes we've talked a lot about, raising out of the victim frequency and the fear frequency because of what's been going on. And I just wanted to bring through what's been coming through for me right now with this whole thing, really, with this whole, the whole COVID thing. But this, what Spirit wants to bring through is a whole nother message. And this is about really doubling down on your purpose during this time. This is really what, if you're feeling the call and you're feeling the urge and the urgency bubbling up that that you should be, stepping into your purpose, stepping up as the leader that that you are, the spiritual teacher, coach, healer, the light worker, what I refer to as a spiritual warrior. You are on the front lines of leading this consciousness movement, and it's really, truly time for you to step up and own your voice and your gift in a big, bold way so you can go out and make a massive impact with your message, with your story, with your gift. And what I see a lot is, I'm going to share the number one reason why you probably are not doing this and how this manifests, in, your experience. And then it'll make more sense as soon as I explain it. So let me just double check and make sure there's no questions from the thread before I move forward, and then I'll get started. Okay, I don't see any. So the number one reason that I see that's held me back in the past from truly stepping into my purpose, from truly stepping into my power, and what I see with my clients that suffer from the same thing is, first I'm going to share how it manifests and see which one resonates with you. This will manifest like procrastination, analysis paralysis, not moving forward because you're overanalyzing everything, stalling out in states of perfectionism, thinking that everything has to be perfect before you can move forward. So those three things are a biggie, right? Perfectionism, procrastination, analysis paralysis. Another one that can get you caught up for years instead of moving forward with what it is you truly feel you're called here to do is what I refer to as shiny object syndrome, thinking that you have to have all the bells and whistles before you can move forward with your message. Your message is your mission. Your story is your mission. And we're going to get to that. But that's not true either. These are all sabotaging tendencies, and they are largely lies as well, because You know, you don't have to have any fancy technology funnels or fancy sales pages to be sharing your message and your gift with the world. You can go live right now with your smartphone, which I'm sure you probably have if you're watching this right now, and literally broadcast your message, your healing message, your story, your gift, and offer it to the world on a global scale right now with a couple of clicks. There is no extra technology needed other than a laptop or a smartphone and an internet connection. That is all you need. Now, can it get fancier than that? Yes. Is it necessary to get fancier than that in order for you to start getting your message and your voice out there? No. So that's not the real reason you're not doing it. And I just wanted to bust a couple of myths here that aren't true, because this is how it manifests of what's holding you back, and you might resonate with one of these, so let me know in the comments which one you resonate for if you're watching this on the replay. Perfectionism, procrastination, which is a fancy form of procrastination, shiny object syndrome, or what was the other one? Analysis paralysis. Which one resonates with you the most? These are all just fancy ways to sabotage yourself, but which one really resonates with you? I'd like to hear it in the comments. But all of the underlying, what's the real reason behind this? Because you don't have to be perfect to move forward with what it is. And in fact, if you sit there and polish something to death, it's going to probably resonate probably less with the people that need to hear it, because you've lost your truth and your authenticity in the process of that. Because what's coming through for you that's divinely guided has now been polished a million times. It's no longer in its original form. This is something that I teach all of the spiritual messengers and teachers and healers and coaches that I work with, is to honor the authenticity and the intuitive guidance that's coming through. Honor the channeling experience so that you can channel and be the vessel for the divine to come through you and to you and through you and out into the world. And when you polish it a million times and you work yourself into this state of perfectionism, you lose that magic, you lose that magnetism, right? Procrastination is just a fancy way of you sabotaging your success and sabotaging your movement forward. The ego likes to keep you stuck, because the more you align with your soul, the more you're going to less align with your ego. The ego is going to die. Through ego death is going to occur as you propel yourself forward on your soul-driven mission. The ego does not like that. Procrastination, justifications, defending excuses, these are all signs that the ego is at play here. So I'm just going to talk to you, the biggest thing, that's how it manifests, what I just shared with you, but the biggest thing that I want to talk, but the overall arcing umbrella, I guess, that it falls under is what I call fraud syndrome. Other people might refer to it as imposter syndrome. I don't know why the screen just did that. So this is like the part, Facebook has just made this going live process a little bit more tedious for me right now. Okay, so I apologize if this happens. I might have to switch cameras because it keeps going back and forth. That's really annoying. Imposter syndrome or fraud syndrome is the number one reason. And so the thing that I really wanted to touch on this, and you can let me know which resonates with you, is that the number one thing that I see with the women that come to me, because I primarily work with women that have a gift and a message that they want to share with the world, is they don't feel they are qualified enough to move forward with what it is they're here to do. And they feel like they have to have everything figured out in their life and dialed in to a T before they can move forward with their message or their gift. So they automatically disqualify themselves. They don't trust in their gift because they have to have everything lined up, all the T's crossed, all the I's dotted before they can move forward with their mission work. So every area and sector of their life has to be in alignment. And there's a news flash here for you guys that this is just a lie. This is not true. And in fact, nobody's life is always perfect, because that would defeat the purpose of its being here to begin with, because we are here to evolve our souls, and we evolve our souls by learning, and we evolve our souls through growth, and we evolve our souls through challenge. So not every area of your life is always going to be perfect. This is a lie that the ego likes to tell you to keep you stuck. And here's the other kicker that I just wanted to leave you with, that might be another one of the underlying reasons why you are procrastinating on moving your soul mission forward. And you can let me know in the comments or DM me if you need it to be private if this resonates with you. Is that you are ashamed of your past. And here's the thing. The spiritual warriors, the front line, moving this consciousness forward, the wounded healers, I like to call it, because that's a lot of primarily light workers, teachers, healers. We have come with very sometimes difficult paths, colored paths, lots of karma being cleared in this lifetime. And you have not accepted yet that you signed up to be the example. Bottom line. You have not accepted yet that the trials and the tribulations and the struggles and the traumas and the dramas that you have grown through were divinely guided for you to overcome, to clear the karma, to break the patterns, and to thrive, and then be the shining light, the example, the lighthouse effect, I like to call it, so that you can go out and shine your light so brightly to help other people that are still lost in the dark find their way. You have not accepted that on an internal level, energetically, and unapologetically owned your gift and your story, your message, and your mission. And so you will come up with every single excuse under the sun, your ego loves to do this, to tell you that you're a fraud, or you're not good enough, or who am I to do X, Y, and Z because I don't have this, that, and the other thing completely dialed in yet. All lies. All BS lies that are keeping you stuck. This is the real reason that you're not moving forward with your gift. And I can tell you that I speak from experience. This is not something that I am not speaking from a mountaintop here. I've walked through the fire, right? I've gone through that journey of being able to grow from my wounds, my past, my history, and transmute that and alchemize that and use that now as the catalyst for my mission. And if you listen to the podcast episodes, there's plenty of guest speakers that I bring on that have all gone through their own journey. And they share them now very openly because they know that they are part of the front lines here, and they are here to lead by example. And the traumas and the dramas and the struggles and the tribulations that they've gone through are now fuel for their mission. It works out very perfectly that way once you put it all together and it all starts to connect for you. But this is a process that requires you to have faith and trust in yourself, faith and trust in the divine, faith and trust in your mission, and it's going to require sacred action from you. And for everybody that's in my Evolve program, you're already familiar with the term sacred action and what that means. But this is a transformational process where the student is ready and now the teacher appears. And you are feeling called to move forward with your voice, your mission, your message right now, and step up as the big, bold leader that you know that you're here to be, but yet you keep playing small and playing it safe because you're afraid to be seen, truly seen, because on a deeper level, you are ashamed of your past and you're ashamed of your history, when in actuality, the things that you've grown through are part of your story and your mission and your message and part of your gift. This reminds me, I don't know if I said this earlier in this episode or in this video or the one that I accidentally recorded and evolved, but this reminds me of the Rumi quote. The wound is where the light enters. But the number one thing is that you have to accept that you signed up as the example. And so I want you to picture this. What would your life be like if you knew that everything that you went through is used for good, and that everything that you went through is now the reason that you are thriving and not just surviving, but thriving and really living your purpose work, and that you get to just show up authentically as you. And here's the thing, unapologetically sharing your voice and your message and your mission with the world no matter what. And you're not meant to do it alone, right? You're a spiritual warrior, so you're not on this path by yourself, even though you have your separate journey. You are here probably aligning with your soul tribe in this group, connecting with people online, connecting with people in your community that are all here with a similar mission. We have a shared mission at our core, even though we've taken different journeys through our own experiences, with one shared goal, and that is to move humanity forward to this next level of consciousness, for this consciousness shift that is occurring on the planet right now. This great awakening that you chose to be here for on a soul level. And you came here knowing that shit was going to hit the fan for you a little bit, but you were going to not only grow through that and survive it, you were going to thrive, and then you're going to tell it on the other side after you've come full circle in your healing journey or in your transformational journey, and share it with the world and help pull other people up that are a few steps behind. That's what you committed to. That's what you're here for. That's what Spirit wants you to know today. And this is what I wanted to share in this video. If you are resonating with this, you are a spiritual warrior, whether you call yourself that or not, light worker, teacher, healer, coach, messenger, but you are here to play a much bigger game, and you have a big message to share. So we all have our individual life lessons and our individual purposes that we're here, our own individual karmas that we're here to clear. But on a collective level, there is a mass awakening happening, and the women that resonate with me and with my programs and with this podcast and with this group, if you're resonating with my messages, you are part of the collective that came here to incarnate and help really truly move this mission forward by being the example and shining your light very brightly, by helping to not first heal yourself and come into alignment, and then come full circle in that and offer it to the world. But here's the thing, you don't have to have your entire life perfect and lined up and every T crossed and every I dotted before you do that. That is a BS lie your ego tells you. So part of my mission work here is to help women bust through fraud syndrome or imposter syndrome and courageously, boldly, and unapologetically step into their truth and share their message and their mission with the world so they can make a massive impact and truly step into the leader, the conscious leader that you came here to be. These are some big shoes to fill. Your insecurities will be triggered. The shame that you carry will be triggered. All of this will be triggered, but you are here for a reason, and it's a big purpose. It is a big shoe to fill. And you are prepared for it, or you wouldn't be watching this video right now, and everything in your life that's happened up to this point has prepared you for it in actuality. You may not see it that way yet. You may not even be 100% clear on what your gift is. I know for a long time I bounced between who am I truly here to serve, what's truly my gift. A lot of times I had so many things I was passionate about, and I could get lost in the shuffle. I was so multi-passionate, and I still am, that it was really hard for me to identify who it was I was truly here to serve. And so you may be lost in that a little bit. Like I can do so much. I can help so many people. How do I identify who I'm here to serve? How do I identify who I'm here to help? How do I speak to that person so that they're attracted to my messaging and so that I can help them? So there's a lot of different things that are associated with this when the student is ready and the teacher appears and you truly are ready to step into divine service and step onto that path. But you're not here to do it alone. Part of my mission is to help. I've pulled myself through this journey. I've walked through that fire. Part of my mission is now to help other women, spiritual warriors, teachers, healers, coaches do the same and help pull them up and step into that role as the conscious leader, making a global impact with their gift and their message. So I would love to hear which one of these resonated with you. Was it procrastination? Was it shiny object syndrome? Was it analysis paralysis? Was it shiny object syndrome? You know, where you just think that you need all the fancy bells and whistles online before you could go live and share your message or do this or that because you look at somebody else's sales page or website and it looks like she's like this multimillionaire online doing it. So therefore, who am I to go move forward with it? Right? These are all BS lies. These are all BS lies. Your soul, and I'm just going to end on this, when you incarnated on this planet with this soul mission, you didn't say, I'm going to go forth and I'm going to heal my wounds. I'm going to clear the karma. I'm going to break the patterns that have been in my lifeline for centuries. I'm going to clear and do all this healing work, and then I'm going to share my message in the world, but only if I can have a really splashy sales page, or only if I could figure out Facebook ads, or only if I could have a really cool funnel, right? Your soul didn't say that. These are lies holding you back. These are all extra bells and whistles that can come later once you have the confidence and the courage and own your gift like a badass spiritual leader, messenger, teacher, healer, and coach that you came here to be. Because until you have that behind you, the confidence in your own gift and your own skill, none of that other shit matters. It will cost you a lot of money. It will take up a lot of time, but energetically you will not be a match to the people that you're truly here to serve, and you will not own your power or your gift, and no one will believe you because you don't believe you. There is strategy involved. There's strategy, and there's also energetic strategy. So there's tangible strategy, there's energetic strategy, and you have to have all of it combined, right? But the strategy doesn't have to be every single bell and whistle that you see someone else doing online. That's just something that that's just a defending excuse that keeps you stuck. So I hope this resonated with you, because this is the message I truly wanted to come through. And as it would happen, I pulled an oracle card right before I went live, and I'm going to share this with you. This is from the deck Earth Warriors Oracle. I'm probably going to post this on my Instagram as well. I love this one. This one just popped out. So if you're resonating with this message today, then this oracle card is for you. And I'm going to post it in the group with the description. And I would love to know if this resonated with you. Okay, so I hope this finds you well, and I will see you again next week. Namaste.